To create a just and equal society, we need to examine our laws and customs. Laws are not just a set of rules, they reflect the values and beliefs of a society. Since independence, the Uniform Civil Code has been a topic of significant discussion in India. It's a matter that affects every citizen of the country. Some see it as a way to unite the country and promote gender equality, as it advocates for the same law for everyone. Others worry about its impact on cultural and religious identity. This will delve into the depths of the UCC and explore its different aspects.
The Uniform Civil Code, as the name suggests, is a set of laws that applies to all citizens, regardless of their religion, caste, or background. Currently, in India, different religious communities have to follow different laws for personal matters like marriage, divorce, inheritance, and adoption. The UCC aims to replace these separate personal laws with a common legal framework applicable to every citizen. This means a Hindu, Muslim, Christian, Sikh, or Parsi. Everyone will have to follow the same laws in personal matters.
The UCC is mentioned in Article 44 of the Indian Constitution, which falls under the directive principles of state policy. This article states that the state shall endeavor to secure for the citizens a uniform civil code throughout the territory of India. Directive principles are not legally enforceable, but they reflect the goals and aspirations of the Indian state and serve as guidelines for policymakers. The inclusion of UCC in the Constitution indicates that its framers envisioned a nation that is unified and equal.
Those in favor of the UCC argue that it will promote national integration by replacing different personal laws with a common legal framework. They believe that it will strengthen the feeling of unity and togetherness among people of different religions and backgrounds. Additionally, they argue that the UCC will promote gender equality by eliminating discriminatory practices present in some personal laws. It is seen as a tool for social reform and modernization, aligning Indian laws with contemporary notions of justice and equality.
Challenges in implementation, sensitivity and consensus. In a country as vast and diverse as India, one issue that has always been a subject of debate is the implementation of the Uniform Civil Code. Implementing a uniform civil code in a diverse country like India is no easy feat. This nation is known for its cultural and religious diversity, where each region and community has its own distinct identity and traditions. The biggest challenge lies in building consensus among different religious and social groups. These social and religious groups are so deeply rooted in their traditions and beliefs that bringing them together on common ground is a difficult task. Striking a balance while respecting diverse identities and ensuring equality for all is a delicate act that requires sensitivity and extensive dialogue. This dialogue should not be limited to the government level, but should permeate all levels of society, where people can openly express their views and concerns. Another challenge is the codification of the Uniform Civil Code. This process involves creating a law that is acceptable to all, taking into account the views and concerns of each community. It is a daunting task to create a legal framework that addresses the sensitivities and concerns of all communities, while upholding the principles of equality and justice. This requires those involved in the legal system to also understand their own sensitivities and social awareness to arrive at a solution that benefits everyone. It is a long and arduous journey, but if we all come together, engage in dialogue, and understand each other's perspectives, it is achievable.
Opportunities towards a more just and equitable society. Despite these challenges, the Uniform Civil Code presents numerous opportunities for India. By providing a common legal framework for personal matters, it can contribute to creating a more just and equitable society. The Uniform Civil Code has the potential to simplify legal processes, reduce litigation, and enhance citizens' legal awareness. It can also contribute to gender justice by ensuring equal rights and protection for women from all communities.
The way forward: dialogue, reform, and gradual implementation. A balanced and nuanced approach is crucial for the Uniform Civil Code in India. Instead of imposing a top-down solution, a process of dialogue, deliberation, and consensus building is essential. Simultaneously, there's a need for reform within existing personal laws to eliminate discriminatory practices. A gradual and phased implementation of the Uniform Civil Code, starting with areas of consensus, could be a pragmatic approach.
Conclusion. Towards a better future, together. Let us all envision a future where everyone lives together in harmony. This debate surrounding the Uniform Civil Code reflects the complex realities of a diverse and evolving nation. While its path to implementation is fraught with challenges, its potential benefits cannot be ignored. Ultimately, the success of the Uniform Civil Code hinges on it being perceived not as an imposition, but as a step towards a more just, equitable, and inclusive society for all Indians. Hello friends, today we're diving into the Uniform Civil Code. What it is, how it came to be, and the debates surrounding it. We'll uncover it all. This discussion dates back to the time of the British Raj. The British felt that with different religions having different laws in India, there should be a uniform law for everyone. But the real work began after independence. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was a strong advocate for the Uniform Civil Code. He believed that everyone should have equal legal rights, irrespective of their religion. However, at that time, it was included in the directive principles. Nevertheless, court judgments and new laws continued to move in this direction. Take, for instance, the Shah Bano case in 1985. This case reignited the conversation. The Supreme Court ruled in favor of Shah Bano receiving alimony. This case highlighted the need for equal rights for everyone, from Jawaharlal Nehru to Indira Gandhi and many activists today. There have been calls for the Uniform Civil Code. This conversation is alive, and we are moving towards a legal system that strengthens the principles of equality, justice, and secularism. The Uniform Civil Code is not just a legal reform. It's a transformative change aiming to create a more cohesive society. Understanding the past gives us clarity on the path ahead. The Uniform Civil Code is not just a dream, it's a crucial step towards building a just and equal India. The journey is filled with challenges, but it's also a testament to our collective will to move towards a better future. So friends, let's draw inspiration from the past and work together towards a brighter and more inclusive tomorrow. Let's talk about the Uniform Civil Code. As we delve deeper into this, it's essential to look beyond our borders. Let's compare it with similar laws in other countries. This will help us understand the benefits and challenges faced by other nations. First, let's look at France, where the Napoleonic Code was introduced in 1804. Now, let's move to Turkey. The Turkish Civil Code was implemented in 1926. Next, we have South Africa. The country's constitution was adopted in 1996. Finally, let's consider the example of Brazil. The 2002 Civil Code brought significant reforms. These examples demonstrate that implementing a uniform civil code can promote equality and social cohesion. It becomes evident that India's journey towards a uniform civil code will require careful planning and broad consensus. Greetings, friends. Today, we're discussing the Uniform Civil Code, UCC. There are diverse opinions on this topic within society. Some believe that the Uniform Civil Code is essential. They argue that it will eliminate discrimination and establish a uniform law for all. However, some disagree. They argue that a single law could erode India's cultural and religious diversity. Many also fear that such a law would impose the majority community's perspective. Some suggest a middle ground. They believe that it will foster trust and acceptance over time. So friends, the journey towards a uniform civil code is undoubtedly challenging, but also crucial. It requires open dialogue, mutual respect, and a collective effort to balance the ideals of equality with the realities of diversity. The Uniform Civil Code, UCC, has the potential to bring significant changes to India's future. However, it also comes with its own set of challenges. The journey towards creating a uniform law for all citizens is undoubtedly complex, but it holds the promise of a society where everyone is treated equally and has access to justice. The future of the UCC depends on its ability to foster social unity and legal equality. Different religions have different personal laws, and the UCC aims to replace them with a single, unified law. This will ensure that everyone, regardless of their religion or community, is equal before the law. It will streamline court proceedings, reduce the burden on the judiciary, and make legal aid more accessible to ordinary citizens. But friends, the path to implementing the UCC must be navigated with great care and consideration. India's strength lies in its cultural and religious diversity, and we must respect that. Therefore, the implementation of the UCC requires taking everyone along, listening to all voices. Here are some suggestions for the successful implementation of the UCC. Gradual change, dialogue with all stakeholders, raising awareness, protecting minority rights, and strengthening the legal framework. The future of the UCC in India lies in unity in diversity. By promoting equality and justice, the UCC can create a society where everyone, regardless of their background, can thrive. But this cannot be achieved by mere wishful thinking. It requires meticulous planning, inclusive dialogue, and respect for India's rich cultural heritage. Moving forward, let us all work together to create a legal system based on the principles of justice, equality, and respect for all. The UCC is not just a legal reform, it's a step towards a more inclusive and progressive India.